Hey everyone, it's Samia, and right now I'm going to be doing a book review for the book Untitled Trevor by Aurora Rose Reynolds. So, this is a book 2, it is a companion series, so you don't really need to have read the book 1 to understand this one. They do flow much better when you read them in order, and so I am going to talk about the book and the characters and the plot and all that, and so if you don't want to know about the series, I guess, or if you haven't read book 1, I don't know if this would be... I wouldn't watch this review just for the fact that it deals with 2 characters that are in book 1 and you don't know who ends up with who until you read their book about the Mason men, because each book in the series is about one of the Mason men. The Mason men, if you don't know, are Asher, Trevor, Nico, and Cash, and so this is about Trevor. The first book was following Asher and November, and so now this is the next brother, and this is about Trevor and his love interest, because that's what all the books are about, them and their love interests and how it all pans out. And so if you don't want to know, if you have read book 1 and you haven't read this one and you don't want to know about, you know, Trevor and who he ends up with, then I don't know, it's kind of hard because it's a companion series, and so I'm not going to give any spoilers for this. It's going to be a completely non-spoiler review. The only spoiler is who Trevor falls in love with. And so if you don't want to know that, I wouldn't watch this review. I'm sorry, this is so confusing, but you should catch my drift. And if you've read the series, or if you haven't, you should know whether or not you should watch the review, I guess. Is this making any sense to anyone else but me? It's not even making sense to me. Should you or should you not watch this review? I want to say yes, because I would love for you to all watch this review. But this is a book 2. It's a companion series, and it follows the second brother in the Mason men brothers. I don't know if he's like the second oldest or not. I just know that this is book 2. So, with that being said, I'm going to get started, and it's up to you if you want to stay or not. So, this is following Trevor, and it is following Liz, which is this love interest in this book. And we do hear a little bit about them in book 1, but it really just all is about them in book 2. And Liz is November's friend. She works at the shop. I want to say it's called Temptations, and it's like her shop, and they sell things there. Duh. And that's where her and November meet. And so that's how Liz gets introduced into the whole gang of everybody. And Trevor meets her and is like, hello, who are you? And so they meet and they, you know, have their moment, but Trevor, like, royally F's it up and decides that he needs to fix it. And it's about them and struggling to fix their relationship that they kind of had, you know? And so, because Trevor realizes, like, hey, I can't let her go. Something needs to change. And so he decides to figure it out because he knows he doesn't want to let her go, because they do have a lot of chemistry and he does have a lot of feelings for her. And so that's that. That's where the plot is, you know? It's about Trevor and him figuring out how to get her back, I guess you could say. The writing, I absolutely love the writing that Aurora, I can't. I really enjoy Aurora Rose Reynolds' writing. I really enjoyed book 1, and I just absolutely love the characters and the dynamic of everybody and the whole family aspect and how everyone was together and the attributes that everybody had. I just really enjoyed it, and so I was excited to get book 2, and I'm excited to read all the rest of them because I really enjoy all of the characters. I don't have any problems with really anybody. I love to see their stories and their attitudes and their, you know, their lives. I just like to see how they're doing, you know? And so, like the other Mason men, Trevor is no different. He is very much a alpha male, and he is very caveman-esque, and he's like a reformed man whore, and it's just, he's like his brothers, you know? And so if you haven't read them, I mean, basically that's what his brothers are. And so he was no different. I really enjoyed those aspects of him, and he was very protective, and he was possessive, and he was bossy, but he was also, you know, protective and strong and sweet and caring and very compassionate. But he had both of those sides to him, which I really enjoyed. And Liz was shy and she was quiet and she was struggling, but she held her head up and she knew what she had to do in order to make ends meet. And she grew a lot in this book, and it was really great to see her just open up from her shell and become who she is. And I felt that this book had a little bit of drama, but it wasn't like drama like unnecessary. Like, it was enough to entertain me, and it wasn't like overpowering. I just really enjoyed it. I loved all the characters, and I liked seeing November and Asher also, but I also really liked seeing glimpses of Cash and Nico too. I really just love the whole Mason family. I think that they are all so very humble and sweet, and they really take care of each other and they help each other so much. And seeing the connection between the brothers and also the girls in the book is just like so sweet. They are such sweet characters, even though they are like these like badass big buff tattooed men. Like, they are also very sweet and caring and protective of the women in their life. And I loved it. I really enjoyed this book, and I did give it 4 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't have any problems with it, really. At least none that I can remember, which is great. And I just loved how funny all the characters were. It was just a really fun read, and I can't wait to read the rest. I gave this book 4 stars. I believe I gave Until November 4 stars, and I'm sure Until Nico and Until Lily will be no different. They'll just be really fun, great reads. I just can't wait to see the rest of the family. And along with seeing the rest of the family, you see also Trevor and Asher as well, and so it's nice. So that is what my thoughts are on Until Trevor. If you have read this book, let me know in the comments. Try not to leave any spoilers unless you like put a comment that says like spoilers ahead or something, so that way other people know. But I would love to talk to you guys about this book if you've read it, or Until November. I would love to talk about that one too. I do have a review filmed for that book, and it is up on my channel. You should check it out. But yeah, I'm super excited to continue this series and see where all the brothers end up and who they end up with and all the drama that goes along with all of that. Because, I mean, they are reformed man whores, and so, you know, of course there's going to be drama with the other girls in the book. And so I just can't wait. But yeah. So leave some comments down below if you've read this book or any other book by her. Let me know if I should check out something else by her, or something similar to this even. I think that would be super fun, because I really enjoyed it and I loved the whole theme of this book. It was nice. So yes, I'm gonna get going. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!